I'm Charlie.
And I'm Liz.
And we are the Adventure Closet.
Today, we're going to backpack up to Slide Lake.
Well, that's the plan. But sometimes things don't go as planned.
Second car on the trailhead. Means we're gonna get a campsite. Unless people fitter and faster than us pass us. Sometimes happens. But here we are. Slide Lake. Yeah, buddy.
Let's go camping. Hi.
Slide Lake that we are headed to got its name because it was created by a slide. And this is kind of the bottom portion of the slide. These big boulders, you can tell they've been here a very long time. All covered in moss. This area up here has not been logged, so there's a lot of old growth and great spacing between the trees. It's just a beautiful, very primitive hike.
It's always a little eerie hiking on this trail because you're always going around these big boulders and you never know if there's like some sort of wild animal out here just waiting on the other side. But yeah, they make a little bit of noise and it helps. First bit of snow along the trail. In the shaded areas. Probably gonna be a cold night. We'll see. This is probably one of the coolest spots along the trail. This giant old growth growing over this rock like this. It's just cool how nature adapts to itself.
Look at you, you're all pretty. Pretty flowers.
Coming out to Slide Lake. This is probably about the third time we've been out here. Maybe probably the third. First time we didn't even make it to the lake. We made it out to, there's a little pond before the lake, and we thought that was the lake because it's beautiful, but the lake itself is much bigger and more beautiful. Another cool thing about coming out here is you turn onto a gravel road and you just drive for like 20 miles, like literally 20 miles, and it's a beautiful drive. But it makes you feel like you're way out in the woods, even though you can drive here, and it's only like 1.5 miles, I believe, to the lake. Sorry, sweating my eyes. It's always hard starting out. Hiking the trail, I always get winded, and then your body gets used to it. But wow, look at this. This is just gorgeous here. Listen. That's awesome.
Steam's coming up off the wet moss. Beautiful morning. We're gonna have some beautiful weather today and this whole weekend. And on the way up, we get to walk through this mystical forest. See it coming off the rocks up there. There's so much magic outside. Like, it's just so beautiful. And everything's so fascinating. It's like a moving picture. Like, think of the most beautiful landscape photo of nature, and it's alive, it's moving, all the parts are moving, the smells are there. I think that's why we love photography so much, because it's trying to capture that beauty that you can only see with the naked eye, and get as close an example as possible to bring back to the rest of the world. I mean, there's nothing like this. And I hope it translates well on video. So pretty. Mushroom.
There's a huge down tree here along the trail. It's giant. being held up by this.
It says pack it out.
Yes. Pack it out.
Out, yes.
What's that say?
Trail Crew 03, 09.
03. Trail Crew 03. Thank you, Trail Crew. Trail crews, we always give them props. Keeping our trails clear of huge logs like that. That one back there. You know, somebody packed a heavy chainsaw all the way up here and cut that tree so people didn't have to crawl underneath it. Got a little snow here on the trail. Early season hikes, sometimes you run into snow. Usually, I mean, you hope it's just patches, but you never know. We've camped in snow before. It's not that bad. As long as you're prepared.
Well, that's beautiful.
Again, thank you, trail crews. Look at this. We would have to climb over all these logs that are taller than me just to get through here.
Yep. Looks like people have been post holing on this. I'm gonna kind of go off trail a little bit here. Oh. We're so close to the lake, so I don't think the snow is gonna be too much of an issue.
There's a nice piece of quartz in the trail here. Leave a little love note for a rock hound right there. I think we're coming up on the pond. It's a beautiful pond too. Every time we come to it, it looks different. And it's just gorgeous. Oh, wow. It's full of water. Wow. Check this out.
I've never seen it like this.
Yeah. Looks like some trees have fallen because it used to be more treed. I don't remember being able to see the sky that much. I'm gonna get a photo of this. Some of you know I'm a photographer. If you would love to support our channel and what we do, my webpage is right here. There's a link below, charlieduncanphotography.com. You can buy a beautiful print of one of these pictures of mine and hang it on your wall. You know, I also sell mugs as gifts, and there's a lot of other things on my website you can check out. And you could have a beautiful print hanging on your wall, or, you know, a nice mug to drink your coffee out of. We'd appreciate it. It'll support us. Woo, almost fell. Thank you. And now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
We're in the Glacier Peak Wilderness of Baker Snoqualmie National Forest.
If you do come here, or any wilderness areas, or any areas that, you know, we show you, please do your part. And if you pack it in, pack it out. More and more of these areas are just gonna get closed off, and other people, other generations won't get to enjoy this. There was a lot more trails back in the day when they all started the national parks, and they spent a lot more of our taxes on wilderness and trails and national forests, national parks, beautiful stuff like this. I mean, but nowadays they don't have the funding. Population is not very big in these areas. They're only used by a certain set of people. It's not as much of a priority as, say, your fire department or your police department. Respect these areas, please. This is nature. It's not some concrete building that somebody built. This is what the earth has given us. And we need to protect this because we don't have a lot of beautiful nature like this left that is easier to get to, that people know about. I appreciate you guys taking care of our areas with us.
And we're coming up on the actual lake. We'll get a clear shot of it in a little bit.
We're here. There's the lake. Check out all the mushrooms on this. Well, part of coming up camping is, you know, got to get here first. And the spot we wanted was taken. So we are going a little further. Liz is scouting ahead for a campsite. It's a beautiful day. The lake is up a little higher than it usually is. So a lot of the campsites that you know people normally take are underwater right now. Like the one we camped at last time is underwater. So slim pickings. So hopefully we haven't gone much past there's a main campsite, and we haven't gone much past that to see if there's any other campsites. So that's where Liz is headed right now. Dropped her pack off. So she can move faster. Really don't want to camp next to people because we come out here to get away, and so do other people. So I just feel I mean, even if they're like being nice and saying, oh yeah, it's fine, you can camp right here, it's cool, I still feel like I'm intruding on people when we do that. So I don't like that, because I wouldn't want somebody else to, you know, camp right next to me. I'd stay in a hotel if I wanted to be next to people. I'm just hoping nobody comes up and tries to go past me, because then it'll be even more slim pickings, because Liz has to come back and get her pack. She's been gone for a little while though, so it's not looking good. Huh. It's part of camping. If we can't find a spot, we may just end up going back to the car and finding a car camping spot somewhere. You know, it's always an option. You gotta have an alternate plan, or, you know, at least come up with one quickly when stuff doesn't go your way. Either way, we're gonna have a good time. So we went a little further, and this is the only spot that we found. We dropped our bags here and then continued on down the trail, and there's nothing to the end of the lake. So thinking about heading back and trying something else. You know, sometimes plans don't always go as they are planned. Stopped to take a break here. Pulled out my camera to take a picture, and then started hiking again. And I forgot you. So I had to come back for you guys. Whew. Luckily, I was only like, a quarter mile down the trail. That's part of the problem when you have so much camera gear. You may forget sometimes. You always got to keep tabs on it. I'm just glad I didn't make it to the end of the trail before I noticed. I wonder how many times that's happened to people. You know, you're all tired, sit down and set something down, and then start hiking again. Just forget you were even holding something a minute ago. Okay. Well, I've hiked this part of the trail 4 times today.
Well, worked out pretty good. We got a nice camp spot for the night.
Well, that was fun.
That was so much fun, and I'm really glad that it actually worked out the way it did. I mean, look at this view that we got.
Such a beautiful sunset.
Thanks for coming along, you guys. Don't forget to catch us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell notification so that you get notified every time we post. We try to post every Wednesday.
And check out charlieduncanphotography.com. Buy yourself a beautiful print for your wall and support us. All right, bye now.
Bye now.